Hello and welcome back to Save the Homeless. Thank you so much to all those out there currently supporting our so-needed counter-narrative to save the homeless, give back their lost human rights and end the political shame. In this podcast, you can see how No More Homeless Incorporated, together with Exceed Real Estate and the Catholic Church of Centacare, changed the life of a 23-year-old single mother with two very young children. It's a wonderful story. First, though, according to the CEO of Centacare, Tony Petropiccolo, he claims a mental health cost burden to our health system by allowing these children to become homeless is astronomical, not to mention the psychological damage that these children encounter. They're never the same, and their psychological trauma follows them into adulthood. Again, I remind you of the breach of human rights. Now, Tony's been in the homeless space for some time now, and he said we must be proactive and catch these people before they can become homeless, and he's right. This was the catalyst for us housing a single mother with two children. Our Vice Chairman, Omer Chaudhry, who's an NDS provider, suggested that we actually take on a rental, put someone in there and prove the fact that they need to turn their life around before they actually become homeless, before they actually end up in their car. So we got a rental property through Exceed Real Estate, who made a property available to us because the owner was prepared to let us take on a lease and let us choose who we can put in there, someone in crisis. Now, here's a single mother with two children, and this is her story. She was 1 week away from having nowhere to live, made a call in desperation to the Catholic Church of Centacare, and, well, the rest is history. So tell us about your journey, how you got to where you are now and all the challenges you've encountered on the way.
I was once homeless, living with family members in and out of refuge for about 12 months ongoing. This was purely due to the fact that I was experiencing domestic violence at the time. My children and I, we have been through a lot. We were living in survival mode. One of the challenges we definitely encountered was just the given fact that we were homeless and living the fear of the unknown.
Day by day.
And day by day, yeah.
Tell us about the phone call you received from Catholic Church's Centacare, which basically turned everything around for you.
Oh, where do I start? It was definitely coming to the end of the medium short-term lease, the refuge that we were residing at the time. It left myself feeling very anxious, thinking about our next move. I was at the point where we were about to live in our car, which was not suitable. That was the lowest point in my life. Just like you said, just living day by day and just the fear of the unknown. I'm very lucky that Centacare rang and provided me information regarding No More Homeless Corporation. I was very relieved knowing that I was chosen for subsidised rents. This has left me and my kids
It's okay, take your time. Take your time. And it's turned around. And your kids, how are they going now? How are they?
It's definitely a great opportunity that No More Homeless and Centacare opened doors that I thought I would never step foot in.
It is hard to get a rental. You apply for a rental.
Absolutely.
And if you haven't got a full-time job or you haven't got any backing, you can't put up the bond. You just don't get a look in. So that's what makes it even harder.
Yes, absolutely. There was times where I was going for about 10 rental applications a week, and every single application that I had submitted to different rental companies, I was always not the suitable tenant due to living off Centrelink benefits and having dependents as well who were very young at the time.
We were lucky that rental we offered you through Exceed Real Estate. We were given an opportunity to be able to, as a No More Homeless Incorporated, rent the property as an open property rental where we can put whoever we want into it. And that's where we approached Centacare and said, look, we have an availability of a rental which we can put into someone in crisis. And the owner of that property is in the thinking that if they can help someone like yourself, then let them use that property for someone in crisis, which would normally not get a look in.
Yes,
so that's how that came about. And the kids, how they going now?
Oh, they're thriving. They are the happiest that I've ever seen them. I've been in this accommodation going on to 2 years now. It really opened new opportunities. I was once on Centrelink benefits. Now I'm working full time. Kids are now in school, sports. And without No More Homeless, I wouldn't be in the position that we are in now. Like I said, the rental crisis was and is still terrible, unrealistic for single mothers.
It's impossible, yeah.
Very impossible.
It's also enabled you now to save up money.
Yes.
So what's your path now?
One of the positives in our lives at the moment is we secured land and house package. We never thought that I would, be in this position that I am now. It definitely opened new doors for my children and I in the process of building our own house, and honestly believe that No More Homeless should definitely continue this and help those that are in need, in crisis, because I'm a great example and I want to share my story with everyone.
It's going to be exciting moving to a new place.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, knowing that we're going to be settled for life.
Beautiful.
Absolutely. And
that's a great outcome.
Yeah, that was definitely my number one goal in life, is just to be stable with my children.
We want your story to help others understand that homeless people aren't just ones that are living on the streets yelling and carrying on drunk and on drugs. And I mean, people just, good people in a bad situation, and they're just trying to get that foot forward, get their dignity back and actually start a new life. But without the opportunity of a house, a roof over your head, it's just impossible. Yeah. And this is what we want to push. We want to push the fact that there's not enough housing. That has to change as soon as possible, basically.
ASAP. And
it's fine to send money overseas for aid and so on, but our own people are in absolute need of it here, and that's the crucial thing. What would you say to someone in your position?
Definitely make a plan and, stick to it, be consistent and never give up, have faith, work hard. And for me, and the way that I started off with No More Homeless is just reaching out to services, multiple services, build connections. Sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. Yeah. And just keep having faith and just make plans and execute it. Look,
thank you so much. It's been fantastic sharing your story, and I'm hoping it's going to inspire the government to do more.
Yes.
And it's going to inspire the people in your type of situation to actually don't give up, and keep talking to people that can be there to support them and help them, and just never give up, basically.
Absolutely, yeah. So, thanks again, No More Homeless. I appreciate your help.
It's a pleasure. We're glad it's gone the way it has, and it's a wonderful story, and it's great to see you'll be in your own home with kids, and it'll be fantastic.
Yeah, that's all I want in this life is just make sure that we're stable and kids are happy and safe.
Lovely. Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Oh my gosh. Give me a hug. Thank you so much.
Now, in my upcoming counter-narrative series of podcasts I'm doing, you'll witness some absolutely avoidable stories of Type 4 invisible homeless people and why they needed to be housed immediately and why they'd end up on the streets within 6 months if we don't do something about it. You'll witness our sustainable movable home solution that enables a weekly rental of $51 per week. You'll witness the gross inefficiency and ineffectiveness of our governments They ridiculously get into exorbitant high-rise apartment solutions, and they want to integrate our homeless into these solutions while not taking the recommendations of feasibility studies. And these reports blatantly advise them not to put homeless in multi-rise apartments. It creates ghettos and they don't assimilate, but they go ahead and do it anyway. Now, our solution needs to be presented to the Attorney General of every state and every country around the world so that we can give the homeless back their lost human rights, we can house them, and we can end this political shame. The Type 4 invisible homeless need to be housed immediately so that the Type 1 street numbers, the ones that Joe and Russell refer to, they don't continue to rise because it's inevitable. That's where they come from Type 4 to Type 1. I urge the likes of Joe Rogan, Russell Brand, Elon Musk, Tucker Carlson, Dan Bongino, Charlie Kirk, Benny Johnson, and others to get behind this and get these letters out to every state attorney general so they can give the homeless their lost human rights back and we can end the political shame. Jump on our website, savethehomeless.world, and download the Attorney General letter, and together let's get on this mission and turn homelessness around. If you've got a story that you want to share with us, please email me on help@savethehomeless.world. Thanks again to our philanthropists and partners who are helping me on this great cause. Please subscribe to our channel for a mere $9.90 a month, and in appreciation receive one of our 2 glorious 10 easy recipe books called The Family Dining Experience. And for those with double income, no kids, you can download the Dink Dining Experience. Each month they're different. Each month we're also including a bonus recipe packed with nutritious vegetables created especially for our elderly folks. They struggle to put a nutritious meal together and they simply rely on the simple solution like a packet soup just to get by. Now these meals can be frozen so you can cook up a big batch, throw them in their freezer. They're going to love you for it. And you know they're getting good nutrition. My goal is for every 10,000 subscriptions to enable us to purchase a movable home and house a homeless family sleeping in their car. Your small monthly subscription can enable this to happen. To see how serious I am about homelessness, jump on my website, savethehomeless.world, download and share my song, Does Anyone Care? It's with my band called The Net.
I close my eyes. I hope that I'll wake again. I sleep alone in silence. I wake alone in silence. If I even wake at all, does anyone care? Anyone
Together we can put a huge dent in the homeless numbers, and with your support, together we can initiate the much needed changes. Jump on our website, savethehomeless.world, download the Attorney General letter, hit the subscribe button, get your free downloads. Join us on X, formerly Twitter, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Instagram, Rumble, Google Podcasts, and TikTok. See you next podcast.